This video is how to create a shared photo album on your iPhone. My daughter created a shared album with pictures of her daughter, and almost every day she posts a couple of really cute pictures and shares them with the family who are all members of that shared album. We all get a little notification sound and a pop-up, and it's a welcome sound because I know I'll get to see my granddaughter. It's really quite easy to create an album and share it with others. And you can even set up an album so that others can add their photos to it. If you took a great weekend trip with some of your friends, you can create a shared album, put your favorite photos of the weekend on it, then share it with the others that were on the trip, making the settings so that they can also add photos. You end up with a great collection of everyone's best photos that you all can enjoy. First, check to make sure you have shared photo albums turned on. To do this, go to the app on your phone that looks like a little gear. This is your settings. It looks like this. Tap on that, and at the very top you'll see your name, and under that it says Apple ID, iCloud, iTunes, and App Store. If you tap on that, you'll see everything about your Apple ID. Under your name, you see the email associated with your Apple ID and the ways to get you, any subscriptions to things you have to pay for through Apple, etc. See the iCloud icon? Tap on that. This shows you how much of your iCloud storage you've used up, and those toggle buttons show you what you are storing in iCloud. You can see on my phone, I save pretty much everything to iCloud. That way if I lose the device, my pictures, contacts, etc. are all safe and sound. I do this across all my devices like my iPad and my MacBook so that I see the same thing everywhere. Okay, tap on Photos and make sure that the iCloud Photos is on and that Shared Albums is on. All right, back out of that area by using the back arrow at the top left, or just close Settings altogether by either swiping up on the screen if you have a recent iPhone that doesn't have a home button, or press the home button twice quickly and then swipe up on the smaller settings window. Now we're ready to start creating a shared photo album. Locate your Photos app. It's this one. You may have to swipe your screen to the left or to the right to find it. If you tap on that, you'll see at the bottom 4 icons. The first icon is Library. That's all the photos on your phone. The second icon is For You, which is a collection of shared albums, latest posted photos, and albums that Apple so thoughtfully curated for you for some weird reason that I've never understood. The third icon here is Albums, which are your personal albums that you've created, and shared albums if you've created them or are a member of them. The final icon at the very right is a magnifying glass, which is the search icon that we'll talk about later. There are a couple ways to create an album, both shared or private. You can create the album first and then fill it with photos, or select photos and then create the album. I'm going to walk you through creating an album and then filling it with photos. Tap on your Photos app and then tap Albums. See the plus sign up at the top left? Tap that and see a couple of choices. New Album is just a way for you to create a private album that will show up under Albums, just a way to group your photos. Folders hold albums. Say you had an album for Costa Rica, one for Ireland, one for Iceland. You could put them all in a folder called Travel. The last choice is Shared Albums. Tap on that to create a new shared album. The next box lets you name the album. I'm going to call this one At the Ocean. At the top you see Next. Tap on that. Here you could invite others to share this album with. Start typing a name from your contacts and it'll show you your choices. You can always type in an email address or a phone number directly if you know it. Tap the plus sign to open your contacts and choose as many people as you'd like to send an invitation to share this album. You may notice that some people's cell numbers or emails come up in blue or green and others may be black. If their information comes up in black, they may not use Apple products and iCloud. You'll get a notification that they couldn't be invited and you'll have to invite them in a different way, which I'll talk about in a minute. After inviting all the people, tap Create at the top right. Now you'll see the blank album. Time to fill it up. Tap the album. See the library icon at the bottom. Tap the library and you'll see all the photos in your library from the most recent going backwards. You can just swipe to scroll through them and find the pictures you want to add and tap on the select button at the top right. Then tap on the photos, or you can estimate the year or month when your ocean pictures were taken, or best yet, use the powerful magnifying glass to search. When you tap on that, you'll see all the ways you can search. People, places, categories, etc. Let's just type in the word ocean at the search and then tap See All. Wow, out of all the 10,000 plus photos I have on the iCloud, it narrowed down my selection to 344 pictures that Apple has tagged as ocean pictures. Are you a little impressed? I am. Scroll through and tap on to select all the pictures that you'd like to include in the At the Ocean album. Once you've selected all the photos that you want in the album, tap the share icon at the lower left. It looks like a box with an up arrow in it. You'll be presented with a screen that allows you to share those photos in lots of ways. You could send them attached to an email or text, although you can only send a couple that way because of size restrictions. You can create a private album, or you can create a shared album. Scroll down by swiping the screen from the bottom to the top until you see Add to Share Album. Tap that. If it says downloading, don't worry about that. The photos are just so old that they've been stored up in the cloud and need to go retrieve that back down to your phone. You can type in a comment if you wish that the people you're sharing with the album will see. Make sure the shared album that you are adding these photos to is a shared album that you've just created. If not, tap that right arrow and choose the correct album. Tap the Post button at the top right, and all those photos will be added. There are a couple of ways to add more pictures to a shared album. First, go to the Photos app, then choose Albums and tap on the album that you want to add the photos to. At the very bottom, you'll see a plus sign. Tap on that plus sign and then choose the pictures that you want to add to the albums. Once you've selected a couple, use Done at the top right, put in comments if you'd like, and then tap Post. The second way to add photos into a shared album is to go right into your photo library itself, hit Select, and select the pictures that you'd like added to the album. After that, just use that share box down in the left that is like a box with an up arrow in it. Tap on that and then say Add to Shared Album. Make sure that the album is the one that you want to add to. Put in any comments that you'd like, and then tap Post. Those photos will now reside in the At the Ocean album. You've got your album. Now let's take a second to celebrate. Let's run through the ways that you can add or remove people from the album. You'll open the album and click on the little icon near the top right that looks like this. On this page, you'll see that you can invite new people or tap on invited people and remove them. Turn on and off the setting for people to upload their own photos to the album. Turn on and off notifications so that you'll be notified when another picture gets added. You can also toggle the switch on called Public Website. This is what you have to turn on to share this album with a non-Apple person. When you turn that on, another item pops up that says Share Link. If you tap that, a window comes up where you can choose to send it to your non-Apple friend via a text message or an email. They'll be able to view and download the photos in the album, but they won't be able to contribute photos of their own to the album. And below all that, you'll see that you can delete the album here too. Well, after you're done working in this area, just tap Done at the top right. Well, that's it. Good luck and have fun creating and sharing your photo album. Just remember, all this technology has been created for our enjoyment and utility. It doesn't have to be complicated.